Hey there, it's Ben from Excel Exposure, and I'm so happy that you joined me. I wanted to explain a little bit about the new upcoming course that I'm launching and just a little bit of clarity about the release schedule and what the course is offering. So first, I just wanted to say, when I originally made my free training back in 2011, or when I started it, I didn't know if anybody would actually honestly care about the training that I was putting out there. I wasn't entirely sure how people wanted to learn how to use Excel. And so at the time, I was putting out what was my best information in the best way that I could figure out at the time. Now I've had so much more experience in not only teaching Excel, but many years more of Excel experience at the worksite. I called this course Excel Essentials since I've spent those last 12 years trying to figure out what are the best ways to learn Excel. What are the ways that are going to let people stick with it and really take them through what I discovered to be the best process for learning how Excel works.
And so actually I'd like to give you a little bit of insight as to what you get when you purchase the course. Here you can see the members only area, which is only accessible to those who've purchased the course. I've got the lesson guide, which is also posted on the site. It's basically a 5-module course, starting with module 0, which is a lot of the introduction, allowing you to understand a bit about how Excel works and to ease you into the learning process by going over what Excel is, the options that I would suggest learning, going through our very first spreadsheet and a video or two about myself, why I teach Excel, and the course structure. The 4 main modules of the course include creativity and complexity, which is mainly before you get into the Excel modeling, how you should be thinking about approaching it. A lot of times we jump right into creating spreadsheets without actually thinking, well, how creative can I be and how complex does this actually need to be without making it more complicated than it has to. Module 2 is output and objective, which focuses on the resulting reports and involves thinking about the output that you're going to get from your models before you actually look at the inputs that you're putting into it. The data and drivers module is primarily dealing with now the inputs and what are you going to use in order to create, modify, and pull in the necessary information to create those outputs that we talked about in module 2. And module 4 is error proofing and explanation, which goes through making bulletproof spreadsheets, as I call them. Also looking into ways of making it easier to create spreadsheets that don't contain errors and also are easier to explain. And for each one of these lessons, I will click into basic Excel formatting, for example. You see it has a accompanying spreadsheet. Many of these actually have a pre-lesson file and a post-lesson file. Pre-lesson meaning this is how the lesson starts and I walk you through all sorts of things that I'd like you to do to the file. And then the post-lesson file is in case you might have gotten tripped up partway through. It's the resulting end file with all of the functions and features from the video. Primarily what I'm using for the entire course is this Master Workbook 2.0. If you're familiar with my original training, I have a Master Workbook, but this is a much more improved version of it to go along with the Excel Essentials course. You'll see I have a listing of every single function in Excel, every single shortcut, and then I've also got the entire course structure primarily taught from within this Excel file. For example, if I go to module 2, you'll see each of the video lessons has an accompanying component in the spreadsheet. If I click plus here, you can see there's all of the examples that I go through in the video. It's a very powerful tool in order to walk you through the training, and this is my labor of love that I've hoped to create really the best possible training available for Excel.
Thank you very much, and I look forward to taking this journey together. Thanks.